Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 3 of The Age of Engineering. What's going on, everybody? Happy to see you here today, because I'm working on a coke oven. I've been out and about, cleaning up this little lake / river that runs near my house, trying to harvest a bunch of clay and sand and gravel, because we're going to need a little bit more grout. I mean, I suspect we're going to need some for multiple reasons, but at the very least, seared bricks are an ingredient in the coke oven brick. Now, maybe the seared brick recipe works with seared stone, which can be made from stone and cobble. So that's one way to get seared brick. But I figured I might as well go ahead and make this a little bit of a faster operation. So went and got a bunch more seared brick, just the clay and sand and gravel stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at. So you require that, which requires grout, which requires that. I'm just going to get as much of it as I can and cook it up in this here set of furnaces. Nice. That should be cool. Sweet. All right, so that should all cook up nice and quickly. Remainder of this junk can go away. So you and you can go in here. And then I also did a little bit of harvesting of resources while I was out there. Cool. Nice. All right, so cleaned up my plants and all that. So next order of business for us is a coke oven. This will allow us to get charcoal from wood. It'll allow us to get coal coke from coal. And I don't know, maybe other things. Couldn't tell you. We're going to find out, though. So a coke oven is going to require, as I recall, it's 3x3x3, so it's 27 blocks. So we need about 14 sets of the ingredients we're about to make. So that doesn't sound so bad. So we needed about 14 buckets of lava for all the lava wood that we need to make, right? So if we grab a quick calculator and did 14 times 4, we're going to need 56 lava wood and seared brick. Cool? Cool. So speaking of wood, let's go chop down some trees. And I definitely look forward to the point in this game where I have a broad axe or some other way to chop down trees faster. Early game, I always miss those like nifty little like, you know, ability to mine faster and ability to chop down wood faster type of things like the broad axe and the hammer and all that good stuff. So it's all good though. I'll let these trees, well, I'll let them fall naturally in a minute, but I do want to get at least enough saplings. And my sickle, if I still have it on me, I don't. Sickle might be able to chop down these leaves faster if I really need it to, but kind of don't. Not that desperate. Maybe we'll set up just another couple sets of leaves here. One more sapling, please. There we go. Nice. So that way we'll have just a little bit more by way of trees growing. And I might want to even clear out some more terrain. Kind of want to flatten this terrain out a little bit to make it easier to traverse. But maybe we'll hold off a bit until we get maybe an excavator or something like that. That'll help out with that. Cool. All right, so we're going to need 56 total lava wood, which is any kind of planks. So that's cool, actually. The fact that it's planks that need to go in there isn't so bad. So let's give this a shot. I've gone ahead and picked up the lava last episode. If I just click it into there, we should have lava chilling in our dude there, and then I can grab some planks and pour it over it, and that should equal lava wood. Hey, it looks like it is. Beautiful. Nice. All right, so that's not terrible. Hoppers. Hoppers require aluminum ingots. Okay, cool. And a chest. Hoppers would kind of be nice to have right now, wouldn't they? How about a redstone clock? How hard is that? A little bit of redstone, which, by the way, I haven't found any redstone yet. So how's that for luck? Well, that's the lava wood that I need. So I need a total of 56 pieces of lava wood. So that won't be too bad to get. How are we for aluminum? It's getting dark out too. Bauxite ore. We've got enough for like one hopper. Because remember, you don't ore double in the smelteries. Which is the bad news, kind of. I want to hold off on doing much of anything right now. So I think we're going to need 52 more of these guys, right? Wow, that was cool. And in theory, I should need 13 more buckets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's all the lava I should need to make this go. I just have to sit here and click this 52 times. How about a transfer node? That's usually lower tier tech. That requires a hopper, which of course is aluminum. What else could I do for automation? I don't know that there's much that I have access to right now by ways of automation. So I might just have to sit here and do this manually, which, you know, of course, I'll do off camera because why not? You know what I could do, though, is use some of my seared bricks that I got to speed this up a little bit. So let's do that. Let's at least make it less painful for me. Let's grab 1, 2 more of you. What I'll do is replace that should be fine, by the way. Kind of actually want 3 more of you. I suspect I'm going to be using this smeltery a lot, so why not? And then we're also going to want, let's do 4 of you. 5 of you. Probably should have just been 4, but oh well. Because this will work here, and then 1, 2, 3. This will at least speed things up a little bit, so I don't have to sit here and wait forever. And what I could do is sneak 1 more set. And I've still got plenty of seared ingots here for what we need to make. Cool. So now I can do click, click, click. And by the time that's done, nice. That actually works out almost perfectly. Did I accidentally stop you? I did. That is pretty awesome how quickly that works out. I was going to do this off camera, but at this point... Beautiful. That is awesome, dudes. All right, that's everything we need for a coke oven. 56. Perfect. So if we come into here, we grab these dudes. We should have a few more seared bricks in here somewhere. Yes. Perfect. Coke oven. Beautiful. So then I need a hammer, a tinker's hammer. Engineer's hammer. So string, sticks, and 2 iron ingots. String, sticks. We should have some string from the flax that we're getting, right? Yeah, nice. So that should be an engineer's hammer. Cool. All right, so let's go stick this guy. I'm gonna put him, for now at least. We may move this later, but I'm gonna put him over here next to the smeltery. I feel like that's a good place for him to live, right? just clear it. I'm going to flatten out this terrain a little bit. We'll probably wind up having at least 2 of these eventually, but for now, this will do. So what if we just did like 1, 2, 3? In case I want to, I'm going to move this over 1. And poof. Nice. All right, so the next thing we need is some creosote oil. We'll get creosote oil faster by doing coal to coal coke. We get half a bucket's worth, as opposed to wood to charcoal. We get a quarter of a bucket's worth. And does it tell you how long this takes to? No, it doesn't. All right, well, that's fine. Coal coke is usually a good thing to get. I'll probably want to get some, so I'll get like 16 coal coke for now. It takes a while to run. You can see the progress bar on the bottom left there. That's kind of neat. I'm liking one probe. All right, so that's cool. Let's put away these things for now. You can go away in there. Organization of inventory. Don't mind me. Nice. Okay, so that's good. All right, I think at this point we just kind of have to wait for this stuff to process. So it won't be too long, like maybe a couple minutes. So let's come back in a minute. I think I'm going to go mine a little bit while that runs. Let's just make sure that he's in a chunk-loaded chunk. I want to see like what chunks we've got here. Which ones did I claim? This is technically wilderness. So this is all one chunk that it's in. So that's kind of nice. At least I did that somewhat correctly. Cool. So now, because even though you're on a chunk boundary, you're still within that one chunk, so you're fine. So that's chunk loaded now, and that should be up and running all the time. All right, back in a minute after I go mine for a little bit. I've got food, I've got inventory. I'm good to mine, I think. Yeah, we'll be right back. Hey, exciting times, I found redstone. So I did just find a resonating redstone crystal, and I'm like, I wonder what a resonator costs in extra utility. 2 empowered Rustonia crystal, which each require 400,000 RF to make, a block of coal coke, and some steel ingots. So it looks like a resonator from extra utilities is not in my immediate future. Now we're talking. Diamonds for the win. Not a bad diamond node, full-sized, 8 diamonds. Sweet. Just doing a bit of mining while I'm waiting for that coal coke to cook up and creosote oil. And then we can go start the industrial craft tech tree. By the way, there's lava on this map that I'm heading towards for a very specific reason. Oh, hello. That's not lava. That's some kind of green water. Sweet. Ish. I don't know why the water in this dimension is green. Does anybody know why the water in this dimension is green? Though, ooh, this looks exciting. Hold on. What do we, pray tell, have here? A neat little cave? A neat big cave with lots of cool things in it. Nice. Whoa. Alright. Remember not to dig down, guys. Don't dig straight down. Pro tip. Pro Minecrafter tip. Pro Minecrafter tip. I was most excited about the fact that I found more bauxite here. Sweet. Alright, back in a second when I'm done mining. Yeah, just wanted you to know what I'm doing. Every time I turn a corner, I say, that's enough mining for now. I'm going to head back up to my base, and then I'm like, ooh, iron. Ooh, bauxite. By the way, I have run into a few monsters down here in these caves, and it makes me, like, say, why didn't I bring a better weapon down with me? Alright, let's get out of here. So where am I exactly? Somewhere around here. Once I see my big old lake of lava, we'll know that we're pretty close. Yeah, this is it. And then follow this path straight up. And then here we are. Nice. So that looks cool. All right, not a bad haul. Check this out. Good stuff I collected down there. I haven't decided if lapis is a gem or not. Or not lapis, flint. Into here can go these metals and whatnot. Wrong place. Cool. And then here is where I'll be throwing hardened stone, huh? What's that? What even is that? It's world gen. Nickel ore? Oh. So what's hardened stone? Did I craft that? Or was that just found underground? It is found underground. Cool. It's down deep in the Y levels. Wow. If you get down to Y level 5, it's like 25%. Cool. Did not know that. I've always crafted that. That's from environmental tech. That is used for a bunch of environmental tech stuff. So that's neat. So then nickel and osmium. Cool. All right, so let's see if our stuff over here is good and done. Yep, we've got 4 buckets of creosote. Beautiful. So that means what I'm going to do is actually stick that guy right there. And where's my bucket? So I should be able to... I can't just bucket out of this thing? I guess I have to do that. And then I can do that. Sweet. That'll do for now. So, are you guys ready for the next tech tier? I am, but I need 2 more iron first. So let's go make that happen right here. I guess while I'm at this, I guess we're going to need another piece of iron if I'm going to do this. Aluminum, brass. 3 aluminum and 1 copper, right? So that should be cool. Aluminum, brass. So if I want to make this mold, we'll need an iron ingot to make the mold. So that's why I'm putting a 3rd iron in there. Come on, iron, let's go. Copper's almost done. So molten aluminum is turning into aluminum brass, which is cool. We can pour that over that now. And now we should have an ingot cast. Beautiful. And now we can make our iron ingots, one at a time. Achievement get, acquire hardware. Nice. Hey, you weren't supposed to be aluminum brass. Not that it hurts, but I want to kind of leave you in there. And then the iron. 1 more ingot. Cool. So officially, we are in the next tech tree as of now. Age 1, the industrial age. Sweet! And I got a trophy. Cool. I assume I can place you anywhere. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Does it have my name on it? It does have my name on it. Neat. Good, and I can pick it up and replace it. Nice. I'm gonna need like a trophy wall. That's kind of cool. Was unaware. Look at that fanciness. All right, I'll take it. Nice. So we have just completed, well, not, I guess we've officially completed the Stone Age, right? So we made the coke oven, we did all that stuff. To enter the Industrial Age, we needed to create an industrial hammer, which is the little icon right here. So that's how we knew we had to get there. Now to enter the calculation age, we need to make a calculator, I presume that is. So calculator triggers age 2. So in order to make this, we need some cobblestone, easy. Buttons, easy. I'm assuming calculator screen just needs some cobblestone and redstone. So I assume that this guy requires something. It requires 4 steel. So all I need to enter this is 4 steel, and I'm cool. And some copper. Neat. So I need to make steel. So steel ingots. From base metals, if we had some steel blend, we could cook it up. I assume we're not going to get that easily. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to make the refined, or the steel ingot from industrial craft. So we're going to need blast furnace for that, would be my assumption. Immersive engineering steel can be made in a blast furnace here. Blast furnace bricks require slag from IC2 or immersive engineering. Slag can only be gotten from a blast furnace in immersive engineering or IC2 slag, which is, again, made in a blast furnace. So it looks like the only way to get the immersive engineering blast furnace brick is by making enough slag in a blast furnace from IC2, which makes sense. So that's cool. Let's see what the book has to say about age 1. The next goal is making steel, which we already kind of figured out, to be able to craft flint and steel to get into the nether. Okay, so flint and steel to get into the nether requires steel ingot. Fair enough. So that's cool. You're now ready to build your first machines from industrial craft. For that, you need to find rubber trees and make a forge hammer, which needs treated sticks from creosote oil from the coke oven. Plates need 2 ingots, so you should make a metal former pretty fast, and of course, a macerator to double your ores. The macerator needs 8 diamonds, and the metal former needs 4, so you should go mining for those. Great. Macerator. Totally needs 8 diamonds. Look at you. You are a terrible person, maker of this pack. Iron plates do require that, but if we do metal former, it's 1-to-1. So that's good. A compressor from whatever mod this is, Tech Reborn, and a rolling machine from Advanced Rocketry, which we know to be an expensive machine. So metal former requires... In what way does a metal former require 4 diamonds? I don't see that being the case. Unless electronic circuits need diamonds? Metal formers don't need 4 diamonds. I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. But metal formers do not need 4 diamonds. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, metal formers don't need 4 diamonds. Mr. Book, you're a liar. You need the compressor first. As a side note, the storage crate, which is a crafting ingredient for the metal former, is a great big chest you should consider using. Making an extractor is also a good investment so that you can use less sticky resin for getting rubber. Yeah. Looks to me like the metal former recipe is pretty plain Jane. It doesn't look in any way special. But it does say we need a compressor. Maybe because, no, we can make this with hammers. Bronze plate. Yeah, we can totally do that. I don't know. Beats me. But this recipe is very much changed. So maybe he hasn't updated the book. Maybe he had these things being a little bit more expensive and changed his mind on the way things work. Yeah, I don't see needing a compressor to make a metal former. Right? Yeah, I can totally do it like that. Toolbox. Oh, the toolbox does need the small storage crate, so that is a little bit different. But bronze item casings I can use the forge hammer for. And coils? Unless... No, copper cables can still use cutters, which need iron plates and iron. So that's all fine. Just needs lots of iron. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Macerator, definitely first thing I'm going to want to get. Let's do this. Let's go find some rubber trees, because we're definitely going to want rubber trees. So we're going to want something like this. Yeah, tree tap. Cool. I'm going to do that, and the other thing I'm going to want is my sickle, so I can go chop down a bunch of rubber tree saplings. I remember finding some off in this direction. So let's go that way. And while I'm passing by, I'm going to harvest some plants. Sweet. Okay, so we saw some rubber trees when we were coming off into this direction, right? And I think I see one right now. Always indicative, or something you can really spot from a distance, is that little extra point on the top. See, like every tree in the distance here? And then all of a sudden there's this guy with like 2 or 3 leaves sticking up the top. That's a rubber tree, for sure. Nice. Sickle works beautifully on rubber trees, as always. Nice. Okay. So you... yoink. As a reminder, to anybody who's not super familiar with industrial craft, you can hit those little nodes more than once, but if you do, there's a good chance they won't grow back. So keep that in mind. Also, have we found any bone meal? I feel like the answer is no. So I feel like now might be a good time to consider maybe making some swords or something and going out to fight some skeletons. Because I wouldn't mind having bone meal for my rubber tree saplings. I would be very pleased if I improved my weapon abilities. Resin can hang out in here for the time being, as can treated wood planks. Cool. So if I want to make a quick sword over here, I always like the standard sword, like this one. I don't like the rapier or the long sword. I like this guy. So we're going to need one of those, and we're going to need one of those sword blades. Probably going to go with bronze. Do I have any bronze ingots hanging around still? Probably not. So let's cook up some bronze. Let's get our sword blade and one of these dudes. Store them in the chest. I'm going to want a wood of you, and you guys, I'll make bronze of each. How's that sound? So I'm going to need clay. I don't want any creepers sneaking up on me now. Bronze. Clay. Bronze. And this will just be a nicer sword for me. I didn't really look into it, but I assume that, you know, bronze is a pretty good sword type. Gonna be better than stone, that's for sure. And I probably want to make a shield. Requires 1 iron ingot. I could spare the iron. In the meantime, I saw a skeleton and a creeper. Gotcha, buddy. Iron's not quite close to done yet. So let's go get that skeleton we saw in the distance. Oh, he's wearing armor and everything. Look at you. Bad guys. Creeper's coming to see me. Creeper, leave me alone. Okay. Iron. At least I can make a shield-ish. Nice. Okay, so that'll help. I think what I'll do is fight a few monsters now, and we'll come back in a moment. I gotta say, I'm getting kind of good with this sword and shield play thing. The one complaint that I have is that there are instances where I raise my shield before they shoot and they still hit me. Like if I'm like trying to be like really perfect about my shield raising, that's what I find happens. Like, I put up my shield right before they shoot, and they still hit me. But aside from that, not terrible. All right, cool. Let's take a nap. So not a bad haul. Got some of this, got some of that. Oh, I even got a bow. Nice, and some arrows. Might want to hang on to those. The sword can probably be gone. So we're definitely going to want a rubber tree farm. Right? And pretty soon, I'm going to outgrow this area. But we'll see what happens. We're going to want, like, some semblance of a base at some point. But I'd like to at least get, like, the foundations of IC2 up and running. And that's probably when I'll start working on a base, is after I've got Industrial Craft up and running a little bit. Because I suspect there's going to be a period of time very soon where I'm going to need to be smelting a lot of steel. Simply by virtue of the fact that I looked at recipes and we need a lot of slag and a lot of steel. Not that much steel, but a decent amount of steel. So maybe while waiting for steel to smelt is a really good time to start working on a base, among other things. So that's kind of the plan. Not sure if that's 100% a plan, but it's a plan that I'm going to pretend like I have. Cool. As for rubber tree saplings, where do we want to build these guys out at? So this terrain is not super flat. I'm thinking I don't want it to be too far away from my base at the moment, but I also kind of want, well, I mean, I think the tree farm that I currently have is sufficient for the time being. What do you guys think? So I think what I'll say is we will extend this area out just a bit. And speaking of extending out areas, I love that Builder's Wands is in this pack. The basic Builder's Wand is not that great, but hey, it's better than nothing. So maybe good enough for me. Hi, Mr. Pig. I'm a little bit hungry, so you probably shouldn't be hanging around me right now. Let's get some good rubber trees growing. So what I should be able to do, I probably don't have any machines to process this. Crusher, macerator, all these things will give you health processor from calculator, huh? Neat. Crusher from extra utils. That doesn't even have a recipe. Look at you. Quartz grindstone also doesn't seem to have a recipe. Crusher, yeah, we're probably not quite there yet. So I think the only option I have is to manually, like by hand. Cool. Is this like the worst rubber tree on the planet? The answer is yes. Let's just get ready to chop this piece of junk down. Not a single rubber node, and got no saplings from it. How cool is that? Not at all. The good news is that rubber trees still to this day follow the old Minecraft code of 1 bone meal equals fully grown. And again, the worst rubber tree on the planet. Not that bad, because at least this time I got an extra sapling out of it, but still. Well, not an extra. I got 1 sapling, so that's, you know, good enough for me. Alright, this makes up for it, because this tree has 2 nodes on it, so that's cool at least. Okay. So then what I'll do next, and we got some extra saplings, so that's cool. These guys can actually afford to grow next to each other, because their only job is to not get cut down, but instead have nodes, like rubber nodes on them. So, wow, another bad tree. I'm having all the luck today, aren't I? At least I'm doing okay on rubber saplings. That's better. There is at least 1, so that's good enough for me. And now we're getting a net gain of saplings, so that's cool too. Dude, come on! What is this luck? I don't think I've ever had such bad luck with rubber tree saplings. Are you serious? Alright, back in a minute once I've gotten some proper rubber trees. Alright guys, overall, not terrible. Wound up converting the rest of my bones into bone meal, just so I could grow that all up. And we're in pretty good shape, actually. So let's cook up you. Let's take a snack break. And then tree tap what we got. and then it's going to be wrapping up point. So we'll have to come back next episode to process this resin into rubber. That shouldn't be too bad. It's one thing I hate about rubber trees, especially when you don't have any kind of magnet item. Things kind of tend to go everywhere. The resin really like shoots out of the tree. It's crazy. Good deal, though. And those resin spots regenerate, remember, as long as you don't over-tap them. Sweet. We actually have enough resin spots to almost entirely use up that sickle thing. So, all right, wrapping up point for the episode. Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will come back next time, and we will start the Industrial Age. We're going to have to get into some IC2 machines. I might do a little mining between episodes. I might not. We'll see. I do officially have enough diamonds because I found that one decent diamond node, which was kind of good luck on my part. So we do have enough diamonds to actually make a macerator, which I think should be our first order of operations, right? Like the first thing we should do is make a macerator, and obviously some power gen, so we can process and double our ores. That's kind of my plan. So for now, wrapping up point. Take it easy.